So it's my favorite time of the year, and that is the Summer Puzzle Olympics. In today's video, I would love to share with you what it's all about, a recap of the rules, and just how it works, and I will share with you my plans for the event. So, what is the Puzzle Olympics? The Puzzle Olympics is a free, non competitive online event for all puzzlers all around the world. The goal is for players to have fun while sharing their love for puzzles. And then the event includes multiple rounds. Players can decide how many rounds they want to participate in and how many puzzles they want to do for each round. I think there's a total of 8 rounds, so you can do one puzzle per round. But what this actually means is that you only have to do one puzzle to be able to participate. So if you've done one puzzle, you successfully participated in the 2026 Summer Puzzle Olympics. So if you feel like you want to give this a go and see what all the fun is all about, then the most important thing that you need to remember is that you need to register before you can participate. So my suggestion is that you join the Facebook page, that is the training camp, and from there you will find the registration form, you will find the rule book, you can ask questions there, they will help you. They are absolutely awesome like that. And once you are registered and the actual 2026 Summer Puzzle Olympic Facebook page is available, they will direct you to that page, and that is where the fun happens. I feel I need to explain the schedule to you so that you understand what I'm talking about later on. So the schedule consists of 8 rounds. The first one is from June the 1st till June the 30th, so that's the whole of June. It's called the opening ceremonies, and in this round you can assemble puzzles of any piece count as long as it is of flags, maps, landmarks, sport, athletes, and Olympic symbols. The rule actually states that if you do a puzzle of any piece count of one of those subjects, it has to be uploaded into the opening ceremonies albums. So you can't use that puzzles for the piece count rounds of June. The second round is from June the 1st till June the 10th. That is the preliminary games round, and that is for puzzles piece count 2 to 199 pieces. So puzzles that is of any subject, not flags, maps, landmarks, sports, athletes, or Olympic symbols, can be uploaded into that round, preliminary round, as long as it is below 199 pieces. The third round is from June the 11th till June the 30th. That's the bronze round, and that is for piece counts 200 to 499 pieces. Same as with the previous round, piece counts 200 to 499 pieces. That is not of flags, maps, landmarks, sports, athletes, or Olympic symbols must go into that round. From June the 15th to July the 15th, we've got the 3D round. That is for 3D puzzles of any piece count. It doesn't matter, but it has to be 3D. It has to be something that you can view from several sides or different all sides. Then we've got the next round for July, the 1st till July the 31st. That's the silver round. And for this round, we are going to assemble puzzles, piece count 500 to 999 pieces. So this is one thing that you need to remember if you are an all-time Olympian. Previous years, this 500 piece count round was included into the June rounds. So it's no longer during June that we are assembling 500 piece puzzles. It's now during the whole month of July that we can assemble 500 piece puzzles. So the next round, July the 1st till July the 31st, again, the whole month of July, we've got the gold round. That is for puzzle pieces 1,000 to 1,499 pieces. And the next one is July the 21st till July the 31st, the closing ceremonies. That is for piece counts 1,500 to 2,999 pieces. We've got again from June the 1st till July the 31st. That's the whole 2 month, the Olympiads round. That is for the puzzle pieces 3,000 and plus. So anything bigger than 3,000 you can do and assemble anytime during June and July. The last one is for the kids. That's June the 1st to July the 31st. Again, the whole 2 months, Junior Olympics, and they can do any piece count. You, as the parent, will register them as a participant and you will upload their photos under your name and you will just say for which kid you are uploading that photo. Secret words and secret objects. So once the round opens, you will get a secret word and a secret object for that round. That's just to make sure that you only are able to start that puzzle once the secret word and secret object is released, because you will also need to take progress photos with those words and objects. So at midnight, the minute past midnight, the word and secret object will be released. It's usually coins for the object. That needs to be included in your progress photos. And the progress photos will have to be uploaded as follows. For puzzles up to 50 pieces, you only need one progress photo. So you will take one photo before it's completely finished and then your final photo. For piece count 51 to 499 pieces, you will upload two progress photos. So that is progress photo, let's say a third in, and then 2/3 in, a second progress photo, and then the final puzzle, your last photo. Piece count 500 to 1,499 pieces, you will upload 3 progress photos. So usually what I do there, and most people do, is your first progress photo is of the frame. Your second progress photo is when you're more or less a third in. Your third progress photo will be when you are 2/3 in, and then you will obviously take your final photo. For piece count 1,500 to 2,999 pieces, you will need 4 progress photos. So again, the frame, the edge, then you take your first photo, and then more or less a quarter, 2/4, 3/4 in, and then your final photo. For 3,000 pieces and up, you will need 5 progress photos. So you will, depending on how big your puzzle is, again take the first one basically when your frame or edge is complete, and then a fifth in or a sixth in depending on how big your puzzle is. So there you will upload 4 additional to your frame or edge photo, 4 more as you progress, and then your final photo is extra to that. Missing pieces, I just need to get to that. So we are allowed to upload puzzles with missing pieces. The rule there is that 1% of the piece count is allowed in missing pieces. So for instance, if it's a 500 piece puzzle, you can have 5 missing pieces. If it is something with an odd amount and it needs to be rounded up, it will be rounded up to the next one. So a 250 piece puzzle will essentially be allowed 2.5 pieces, so that will be 3 pieces for a 250 piece puzzle. So basically, golden rule, 1% of the piece count and just round it up if it is an odd number. So what to keep in mind when you are participating with a puzzle, let's say for instance, for example, for this, we are going to do one for the opening ceremony. It's, let's say, 1,000 piece puzzle. So you are going to take a photo of the box. From the top, it needs to show the box in the front. If there's no box, you can take a photo from the internet and upload that as a box photo. You just need to, in the comment section, explain why your box photo is not possible and why you had to do a download from the internet. Then you are going to take a photo from the side of the box with the piece count nice and close so that the piece count is visible, and then you are going to upload that. If the piece count is not shown on the box, you don't have a box, you will typically count the pieces as accurately as possible, and then you will state there again in the comment section, explain that the box isn't available and that you counted it, and that is the total. Let's say in this case it is a 1,000 piece puzzle. you're going to start by assembling your puzzle. Usually, you start with the edge and then you take your first progress photo with the secret word and the secret object in the center of the edge, and you take that photo from the top. So if you are not starting with the edge, and you don't have to, you can start by assembling the amount of pieces more or less equal to the edge pieces. Usually for a 1,000-piece puzzle, it will be around 130 pieces if I'm not mistaken. So once you've got more or less 130 pieces connected to each other, you can take your first progress photo, which will replace the one with the edge if you did not start with the edge. Then you can continue. For a 1,000-piece puzzle, we need 3 photos. The first one is the edge. The second one will be more or less a third in. So once you are more or less a third into your puzzle, you can place the secret word and secret object, which is usually a coins. So it's easy to manage them. It's nothing big and huge and everything. So once you have third in your secret word, secret object, more or less in the center of what remains, and then you take your second progress photo. Your third progress photo will be for more or less 2/3 in, whatever remains more or less in the center. If it is like the pick and place style and there isn't big areas that's still left, you can place it just somewhere. I've placed it on the top, on the side. As long as it is visible in the photo, that will be good. Then, once you assembled the puzzle completely, this is where the tricky part comes in. You need to take the final photo from the top without glare, without shadows, without your secret word and objects. They don't want anything else to be shown in that last photo of your completed puzzle. No pet tails. You don't want a pen in there. No secret word, secret objects. No glare, no shadows. That one needs to be as crisp and clear as possible, and it needs to be from the top. All corners must show in the frame of your photo. They require your photo to be taken on a solid neutral color background, and only about an inch of the background is allowed to show. So if you take the photo and there is big parts that show, you can crop that out and only show a little bit of the background together with your photo. I will include examples of all this so that you've got a nice clear idea of what I mean when I say from the top photos without anything else included. Then we go to Facebook. So each of these rounds will have an album, and where the round goes over several weeks, every week will have its own album for that week. So for instance, the opening ceremonies is over 4 weeks, I assume. So there will be 4 separate albums for the opening ceremonies. It will be opening ceremonies week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So depending on in which week you finish your puzzle, you will go to that album and you go and upload your final puzzle image. So the photo that you took from the top without anything else, that one you will upload. And then in the comment section of that image, you will upload your in order, this order, the top of the box, the side of the box, your first progress photo, second progress photo, third progress photo. Then you need to include the caption of this puzzle, which is usually, and I just want to make sure about that. So sorry about that. The title needs to consist of the brand, the pieces, and the title. And it needs to be in that specific order, and don't call it something else. Brand, pieces, title. Let's say, for instance, the brand was Ravensburger, the pieces was 1,000, and title is Cats Playing. If the box does not have a title, you can use any word that describes the image. So if it is of cupcakes, you can use the word cupcake as the title. A fourth section needs to be added if you are completing the bingo cards. So then the fourth one will be square, and you will say for which square you are completing that puzzle. So for instance, it can be for the colorful square. I put then the colorful, the name of that square on the bingo card. So just on a side note, the event is currently only run on Facebook. They are going to run a trial run to see if it can work for Instagram as well. So if you want to participate in that trial run, you can upload it to Instagram as well. But then you will start with the round, and then the round, the pieces, the title, and the square if you're doing the bingo card. So that will be a little bit different. But Instagram for this year, it won't replace Facebook. So if you want to do it on both, you can, but it needs to be uploaded on Facebook to count towards the participation. So once your puzzle is uploaded and your progress photos and box photos are in the comments and your title is correct, they will approve your contribution. They will like it. The logo of the Puzzle Olympics will like your post, which means then, yes, it is approved. They are happy. You can continue to disassemble your puzzle and put it away and start with the new one. Sometimes, if there is a lot of participants and there is too many that they need to like, they won't be able to. Facebook don't allow them. So what you can do then is if you go to the album, and you can where you watch all the contributions, they will upload an image of that logo of them below the last puzzle that they checked where they are happy. So if your puzzle is uploaded above their logo, it means it's approved. If it is not yet above their logo, it means that they still need to approve it. So in that case, I suggest that you wait till you disassemble your puzzle, till you know it is approved. Otherwise, if they let you know they are not too happy with something in the image, the photo, and you need to retake that photo, you don't have to reassemble the whole puzzle. So once you're registered and you've got access to the rule book, there is a page for challenges. So you can create your own challenge. You can say that I want to do at least one puzzle per round. You can say that I want to do only 1,000-piece puzzles for the month of July, as many as possible. Or I want to do all my puzzles by one specific brand. So you can create a challenge for yourself. It doesn't count towards anything. It is just for yourself and it can basically be anything. Personally, this year I want to challenge myself to include a 2,000-piece puzzle in the July round, and I hope I'm not reaching. But since the 500-piece puzzles is moved to July, I think it's actually now possible for me because usually I couldn't do above 1,000-piece puzzle for July. And then the side event is the bingo cards. Personally, I absolutely love participating in the bingo cards. I try to fill them up every year. Not always possible, but I did manage to do a couple of bingo cards in the past. That is not compulsory. You don't have to do it. My sister, for instance, does not have the same puzzle time that I have, so she's just going to try to complete a line or two on the bingo card. I try to complete the whole thing. She just wants to do a line or two. So you can decide how far you want to go on that bingo card, even if you want to. If you don't want to, ignore it. You don't have to. It's just a fun side event for us. I'm not sure if I missed anything. You are welcome to ask questions in my comment section. I am on Facebook. My personal page is Isabel Nordman. You are more than welcome to send me a friend request and message me with questions if you've got any. You can ask questions on the training camp page. They are extremely helpful, extremely nice. There is a lot of the all-time participants that will be able to help you. So if you don't have to wait for the admin, there will always be somebody that knows exactly what is happening. So there's a lot of ways to get more information if you want. So again, I suggest start by getting onto the training camp Facebook page, do the registration. Once we are there, you can participate and you can ask questions as we go. You are able to participate as a team member. You still need to register individually, but there is a place where you can say if you are participating as a team member and then you just put in the team name. there is a lot of country related teams, and if you don't have a team related to your country, you can create one amongst your friends and family or other puzzlers. Me and my friends family has got a team. We are called the Bokkie Blokkies, and this year I've got a couple of new members to the team, and I'm so excited about that. So I want to invite you, if you do register and you do not have a team with whom you can participate, you are more than welcome to join our team. Just let me know on Facebook Messenger or in my comment section so that I know who is participating with us, and who to look out for on Facebook. So our team is the Bokkie Blokkies. That's an Afrikaans name, and the blokkies refer to the puzzle pieces, and the bokkies is little bucks, and it's with a reference to the South African Springbok team. So Blokkie Bokkies, that's us, but you are more than welcome if you are not yet a member of a team. So my plan for the event, I am definitely going to try and fill up the bingo cards. I missed a couple of squares for June because usually we could include the 500-piece puzzles. I have quite a few of them, but I don't have nearly enough below 500-piece puzzles to complete the June square. So I placed an order with quite a lot of 7. There's 7 new puzzles, which I will need to complete the bingo card for June. For July, I've got plenty, and for the first time, I am going to try to do a 2,000 piece and a 1,500 piece around amongst the puzzles for the July bingo card. So please let me know if you participate, if you are going to do a square, a line on the bingo card, if you are going to attempt it, and if there's anybody else that's crazy like me that will attempt the full bingo card. I would love to hear if you're going to participate and how you are going to participate, if you're only going to do puzzles by round or if you're going to do the bingo cards. So I'm very excited to receive my puzzles, but as I will have to assist about 4 of my team members with puzzles because they don't have nearly enough or any at all, I am going to start by putting notes on the puzzles that will indicate for which round they are suitable, for which square, and during which dates they need to be assembled. So I'm going to help them planning their bingo cards and or the lines they want to do for those who wants to do the lines. So I am in for a little busy week this week, but I'm so super excited. I can't wait to start. I'm excited to hear about you. I believe during the previous round, at least 3 people participated that got introduced to the Puzzle Olympics through me. And this year I introduced 2 more people. So I'm very excited to know that I am contributing to the Puzzle Olympics success. So if you are an Olympian and you got introduced through me, please let me know. If you're going to participate for the first time, please let me know. I would love to hear about it. And so the next video will be a haul for the April and May puzzles. And then for a couple of weeks, you will only see Puzzle Olympic related content. And I do apologize in advance if that is not your cup of tea. But I do understand if you don't want to watch those videos. I will be back in August with the regular type of videos with brand reviews and artist reviews and just usual puzzle videos. But for the months of June and July, it is Puzzle Olympics. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it wasn't too much information. And please ask if you've got any questions. I appreciate you watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.